Did you know that right now, millions of people over 50 are taking a medication they believe is protecting their heart, when in reality, it could be doing the exact opposite? Picture this. You're faithfully taking your daily pill, thinking you're being responsible about your health. But what if I told you that this very medication might be slowly weakening the muscle that keeps you alive? I'm Dr. Fernando Minocci, and for over 15 years, I've performed heart surgeries and witnessed firsthand what truly protects and what actually harms our most vital organ. Today, I need to share something with you that could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. Imagine your heart as a sophisticated water pump in your home. This pump has been working nonstop for decades, never taking a break, never asking for time off. Now, what would happen if someone gave you a substance that promised to help your pump work better, but instead, it slowly corroded the very mechanisms that keep it running smoothly? That's exactly what's happening to millions of hearts right now, and most people have no idea. The medication I'm talking about today is found in nearly every medicine cabinet across America. It's so common that doctors prescribe it almost automatically, and patients take it without question. But here's what's deeply concerning. Recent studies are showing us that this widely prescribed medication could be associated with serious heart complications, especially in people over 50. Let me paint you a picture of what I see in my practice. Maria, a fictional composite of many patients I've encountered, came to see me at 68 years old. She had been taking this particular medication for over 5 years, believing she was doing everything right for her health. She exercised regularly, ate well, and never missed a dose of her prescribed medication. But during her examination, we discovered that her heart was showing signs of stress that couldn't be explained by her lifestyle or age alone. When we reviewed her medication history, everything became clear. The very pill she thought was protecting her heart was potentially contributing to its decline. This isn't an isolated case. In my years of practice, I've seen this pattern repeated countless times, and it breaks my heart every single time. Now, you might be wondering what medication I'm referring to. I'm talking about proton pump inhibitors, commonly known as PPIs. These are medications like omeprazole, lansoprazole, and esomeprazole. You might know them by brand names, or perhaps you've been taking the over-the-counter versions for years. These medications are designed to reduce stomach acid production, and they're incredibly effective at what they do. The problem is, they might be doing much more than we originally intended. Think of your stomach acid like the security system in your home. It's there to protect you, to break down food properly, and to help your body absorb essential nutrients. When we suppress this system too much or for too long, it's like disabling multiple alarms in your house. Yes, it might be quieter, but you've also removed important protections. Here's where it gets concerning for your heart. Your heart muscle, like every muscle in your body, needs specific nutrients to stay strong and function properly. It needs magnesium to maintain proper rhythm, vitamin B12 to support the electrical system, and iron to carry oxygen efficiently. But when stomach acid is suppressed for extended periods, your body struggles to absorb these critical nutrients, even if you're eating all the right foods. Picture your heart as a high-performance car engine. Even if you put the best gasoline in the tank, if the fuel injection system isn't working properly, that premium fuel isn't going to reach the engine effectively. That's what happens when nutrient absorption is compromised. Your heart starts running on empty, even when you think you're giving it everything it needs. The research on this topic has been eye-opening. Studies have shown that long-term use of PPIs could be associated with an increased risk of heart attacks, particularly in people who don't have existing heart disease. One large study followed over 16 million patients and found that those taking PPIs had a higher risk of heart problems compared to those who weren't taking these medications. But here's what's particularly troubling. Many people are taking these medications without really needing them long-term. What often starts as a short-term solution for heartburn or reflux becomes a years-long habit. I've met patients who've been taking PPIs for over a decade, not because they still need them for their original condition, but because no one ever suggested it might be time to reevaluate. Let me tell you about another patient. Let's call him Robert. He came to me with unexplained fatigue and irregular heartbeats. His cardiologist had run every test imaginable, but couldn't find a clear cause. When we dug deeper into his medical history, we discovered he'd been taking a PPI for 8 years. His vitamin B12 levels were severely depleted, and his magnesium was barely detectable. These deficiencies were directly impacting his heart's ability to function properly. Now, I want to be absolutely clear here. I'm not telling you to stop any medication you're currently taking. That would be dangerous and irresponsible of me to suggest. What I am telling you is that if you're taking a PPI, especially if you've been taking it for more than a few months, you need to have a serious conversation with your doctor about whether you still need it and what alternatives might be available. The key word here is conversation. Your doctor prescribed this medication for a reason, and that reason might still be valid. But sometimes, the original problem has resolved, or there might be other ways to address it that don't carry the same potential risks to your heart. This is a decision that must be made together with your healthcare provider, taking into account your complete medical picture. So, what can you do to protect your heart while you're having these important conversations with your doctor? Let me share some powerful allies that can support your heart health naturally, regardless of what medications you're taking. First, let's talk about magnesium, which I call the master mineral for heart health. Think of magnesium as the conductor of your heart's orchestra. Without it, even the most talented musicians can't play in harmony. Magnesium helps regulate your heart rhythm, supports proper blood pressure, and helps your heart muscle relax between beats. You can find magnesium in foods like dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. But here's the thing, if you've been taking a PPI for a while, your body might not be absorbing magnesium efficiently from food alone. This is where that conversation with your doctor becomes crucial. They might want to check your magnesium levels and discuss whether a supplement would be appropriate for your situation. Next, let's discuss omega-3 fatty acids. Think of these as oil for your heart's engine. They help reduce inflammation, support healthy blood flow, and may help protect against irregular heart rhythms. The best sources are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. If you're not a fish lover, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are excellent plant-based sources. Here's a simple way to add more omega-3s to your day. Try sprinkling a tablespoon of ground flaxseed on your morning oatmeal or yogurt. It's virtually tasteless, but it's providing your heart with essential nutrients that it craves. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you: the power of beets. These humble root vegetables contain natural compounds called nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as your blood vessel's natural relaxation therapy. It helps your arteries stay flexible and maintain healthy blood flow. You don't need to eat pounds of beets to get this benefit. A small glass of beet juice a few times a week, or adding some roasted beets to your salad, can make a meaningful difference. And here's a tip. If you're not used to beet juice, try mixing it with apple or carrot juice to make it more palatable. Let me also introduce you to one of my favorite heart-healthy foods, dark chocolate. Now, before you get too excited, I'm talking about real dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao content, not the sugar-laden candy bars. The flavonoids in dark chocolate act like tiny maintenance workers for your blood vessels, helping them stay healthy and function properly. A small square of high-quality dark chocolate a few times a week can be both a treat and a heart-healthy choice. Think of it as medicine that actually tastes good. But remember, moderation is key. We're talking about a small piece, not an entire bar. Physical activity is another powerful ally for your heart, and you don't need to run marathons to get benefits. Think of exercise as a tune-up for your heart engine. Regular physical activity helps your heart pump more efficiently, can help lower blood pressure, and supports overall cardiovascular health. For people over 50, I particularly recommend walking. It's simple, accessible, and incredibly effective. Start with just 10 minutes a day if that's what feels comfortable. Your heart doesn't care if you're walking in a fancy gym or just around your neighborhood. What matters is consistency. Here's something interesting. Research shows that even light physical activity can help offset some of the nutrient absorption issues that might be associated with long-term PPI use. Movement helps stimulate digestion and can improve your body's ability to extract nutrients from food. Sleep is another crucial factor that often gets overlooked. Think of sleep as your heart's overnight maintenance period. During quality sleep, your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure naturally decreases, and your body works on repair and restoration. If you're taking a PPI and experiencing sleep issues, this could be related to nutrient deficiencies we discussed earlier. Magnesium, for instance, plays a role in sleep quality. B vitamins also support proper nervous system function, which affects sleep. This is yet another reason why that conversation with your doctor about your medications is so important. Stress management is equally vital for heart health. Chronic stress is like having your heart's alarm system constantly going off. Over time, this can lead to elevated blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, and increased inflammation throughout your body. Simple stress reduction techniques can be incredibly powerful. Deep breathing exercises, for example, can help activate your body's relaxation response. Try this. Breathe in slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, then exhale slowly for 6 counts. Do this for just 5 minutes a day, and you're giving your heart a mini vacation from stress. Now, let's talk about some specific foods that can serve as powerful allies for your heart health. Garlic, for instance, has been used for heart health for thousands of years. Modern research suggests that garlic may help support healthy cholesterol levels and blood pressure. You don't need to eat raw cloves. Cooking with fresh garlic regularly can provide benefits. Berries are another fantastic choice. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they're all packed with antioxidants that help protect your heart from damage. Think of antioxidants as your heart's bodyguards, protecting it from harmful substances that could cause damage over time. Green tea deserves a special mention too. The compounds in green tea act like gentle maintenance workers for your cardiovascular system. If you're not a tea drinker, don't worry. Even having 1 cup a few times a week can be beneficial. Let's also discuss the importance of staying hydrated. Your blood is roughly 90% water, so when you're dehydrated, your heart has to work harder to pump thicker blood through your body. Think of it like trying to pump honey instead of water through a straw. Adequate hydration makes your heart's job much easier. The question isn't whether you should drink more water. Most of us should. The question is how to make it a habit. Try keeping a water bottle visible on your desk or kitchen counter. Sometimes the simple visual reminder is all we need. Now, I want to address something important about dietary changes. If you've been taking a PPI for a while, your stomach might be more sensitive to certain foods as you and your doctor work on a plan to address your medication needs. This doesn't mean you can't eat hard, healthy foods, but you might need to introduce changes gradually. For example, if you want to add more fiber to your diet for heart health, do it slowly. Sudden increases in fiber can cause digestive discomfort, especially if your digestive system has been affected by long-term acid suppression. Start with small amounts and gradually increase over several weeks. The same principle applies to any supplements your doctor might recommend. If testing shows you're deficient in certain nutrients due to medication effects, replacement should typically be done gradually and under medical supervision. Your body needs time to readjust, especially if deficiencies have been developing over months or years. Let me share a success story that illustrates the power of working with your healthcare team. Remember Maria, the patient I mentioned earlier? After discovering her PPI might be contributing to her heart issues, she worked closely with both her cardiologist and her primary care doctor to develop a comprehensive plan. Together, they gradually reduced her PPI dose while implementing dietary and lifestyle changes to manage her original digestive issues. They monitored her nutrient levels and provided appropriate supplementation where needed. They also developed a heart-healthy eating plan and a gentle exercise routine. 6 months later, Maria's heart function had improved significantly. Her energy levels were better, her irregular heartbeats had decreased, and she felt more confident about her overall health. Most importantly, she was able to manage her digestive issues without relying solely on medication. This brings me to an important point. The goal isn't necessarily to eliminate all medications. Sometimes medications are necessary and life-saving. The goal is to use them wisely, in the right doses, for the right duration, while minimizing potential side effects through other healthy lifestyle choices. Here's your practical action plan. First, if you're currently taking a PPI, schedule a conversation with your doctor within the next 2 weeks. Don't wait. Bring a list of all your medications, including over-the-counter ones, and discuss how long you've been taking each one. Ask specifically about your PPI. Do you still need it? Could the dose be reduced? Or are there alternatives? Second, ask your doctor about testing your nutrient levels, particularly vitamin B12, magnesium, and iron. If you've been taking a PPI for more than 6 months, these tests can provide valuable information about how the medication might be affecting your body's ability to absorb essential nutrients. Third, start incorporating heart-healthy foods into your daily routine. Choose 1 or 2 changes to begin with. Maybe it's adding a handful of berries to your breakfast or taking a 10-minute walk after dinner. Small changes are more sustainable than dramatic overhauls. Fourth, begin a simple stress management practice. This could be 5 minutes of deep breathing each morning or listening to calming music for 10 minutes before bed. Your heart will benefit from any reduction in chronic stress. Fifth, if you're over 60, consider asking your doctor about a comprehensive cardiovascular assessment. This isn't about fear, it's about knowledge. Understanding your current heart health status helps you and your doctor make the best decisions about medications, lifestyle changes, and preventive care. Here's something I want you to remember. Your heart has been beating faithfully for you every second of every day since before you were born. It deserves your attention, your care, and your advocacy. If a medication is potentially harming this incredible organ, you have the right to know about it and explore alternatives. But this isn't about fear or panic. This is about empowerment. Knowledge gives you the power to work with your healthcare team to make the best decisions for your unique situation. Every person's medical needs are different, and what's right for one person might not be right for another. I also want you to know that if you discover you've been taking a medication that might not be optimal for your heart health, this doesn't mean permanent damage has been done. The heart is remarkably resilient, and many of the nutrient deficiencies associated with long-term PPI use can be corrected with proper medical guidance. The key is taking action sooner rather than later. Every day you wait to have these important conversations with your doctor is another day that potential issues could be developing or worsening. But every day you take positive steps toward heart health is an investment in your future vitality and well-being. As we wrap up our time together today, I want you to feel hopeful and empowered. Yes, there are medications that might pose risks to your heart health, but there are also many effective ways to protect and support your heart, whether through dietary choices, lifestyle changes, or working with your doctor to optimize your medication regimen. Your heart has carried you through decades of life, through stress and joy, through challenges and celebrations. It deserves the best care you can give it. That care starts with being informed, continues with taking action, and flourishes when you partner with knowledgeable healthcare providers who understand your complete health picture. Remember, small daily choices compound over time to create significant health outcomes. The heart-healthy meal you eat today, the stress reduction practice you start this week, the conversation you have with your doctor next month, these all add up to a stronger, healthier heart and a more vibrant life. I encourage you to share this information with someone you care about, especially if they're over 50 and taking medications regularly. Knowledge shared is protection multiplied. Your awareness could literally save someone's life or significantly improve their quality of life. Take that first step today. Make that appointment with your doctor. Start that gentle exercise routine. Add those heart-healthy foods to your grocery list. Your future self will thank you for the care and attention you're giving your heart right now. Until next time, take care of that amazing heart of yours. It's the only one you've got, and it's been your most faithful companion throughout your entire life. Give it the love, attention, and protection it deserves.